Hi, it's Rachel Calton, your Jamberry independent consultant, and I wanted to take a few minutes to show you how to do the application process for your nail wraps. I'm going to lower this down. You'll be able to see that I've already completed almost a full manicure. I left my thumb empty. I'm going to show you how to apply a wrap to that one today. When you order our sheets of wraps from my site, will come like this with 2 rows, 9 wraps on the top and 9 wraps on the bottom of varying sizes. You can see on this one I used this wrap for my pinky on both hands. I used this third wrap as my middle finger on right and left hand, then my pointer finger on each hand. I skip this wrap, it's not quite the right size for my thumb, and go to this wrap. I used not quite half of it for the thumb of my right hand, and I'll use the bottom half for my left hand, which I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. And then I typically like to add an accent nail, so I have my Fire Engine Glimmer sheets and use this wrap right here for my ring finger of my left and right hand. So we can go ahead and get started with the application process. I've already prepped my nails some. I've washed them real well with dish soap. I like to take the alcohol pad and just, it helps get off any excess oil from your nail. You don't want the oil there because you don't get as good of an application if you do that. Let that dry a little bit. I'll put in a little plug for our application kit. It's not essential for applying the wraps, but I like that it's handy to have everything right here in this cute little bag. And it comes with a buffer and a file, nail clippers, nail scissors, an orange stick, cuticle pushers, alcohol pads, and the cuticle oil is also an option to get with it. And it just makes the process a lot more efficient to have the application kit. We can get started now. Turn on my mini heater. This is the new Jamberry mini heater. It's a little bit smaller than the original and also a little quieter. Also not essential for applying your wraps, but so much nicer than having a hairdryer. You can just leave this on instead of turning the hairdryer on and off repeatedly. This is quiet and it's hands-free. It's also nice that you could slip it in your purse if you need to do your jam somewhere out and about. So I do like the mini heater, and for only $19, you really should think about adding that to your purchase too. So I'm gonna just take my orange stick and push my cuticle back. You wanna do this for all your nails before you start your manicure. You don't want any cuticle. Sometimes there's a hidden cuticle. Just really try to push that back and scrape it away to get a good seal. You can take a buffer and buff it a little bit if you need to. And then we'll get ready to apply. I'm using these mummy ones from our Halloween Fashionably Festive collection. I'm going to use my orange stick and I'm going to peel the wrap. That is my correct size. I already know which one works on my thumbnail, but the clear backing helps you to size up each of your nails. So I'm going to use my orange stick and peel it off the clear backing. I know I don't need a full half of a wrap to even go on my nails, and I've trimmed mine back really far this time. So I'm going to trim a little less than half of this wrap. I still have it right here on my orange stick. Now the reason I left my thumbnail blank to show you is that there's a little trick that I like to do because I was having a hard time getting a good fit with my thumb. And so before I heat it up and apply it, I take my nail scissors and on the curved end, which is what's going to go on your cuticle, I trim just a very little bit off because my thumb cuticle isn't nearly as curvy as my other nails. And so I want to flatten this curve out just a little bit. So I'm going to take my scissors and just trim off a little smidge at the end. It's probably hard to see on camera, but now it's got a little flat edge down there. Leaving it on my orange stick, I'm going to hold it in front of my heater. Hopefully you can see that too. 1, 2, 3. That's plenty of heat. Use my fingers to remove it from the orange stick. line it up onto my thumb, making sure that I don't touch any of my skin or it won't get as good of a seal. Looks good. I'm going to apply lots of pressure. Don't want any bubbles in there. I'm pushing just up, 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 up towards the tip. I like to try to grab the end. I didn't leave too much of a end on mine. And pull, just give it a little tug, just a little bit to try to make sure there's no bubbles in there. Then I like to put it back in front of the heater as I'm applying pressure. I usually take my orange stick and really press down around the cuticles on the side and at the base. And I do this with every nail as I'm applying them. I'm just showing you the one today. Then you can either take your scissors or your nail clippers. I prefer the clippers. And you're going to trim off the excess as close to the tip of your nail as you can. I've gotten to where I really barely need a file after this, but I will show you that step too. But you're going to just clip your nail, clip the wrap right up to your nail. Like I mentioned before, my thumbnails are very, very short right now. I trim them way back. I used to be a nail biter, and I've stopped since I started wearing Jamberries in July. And now my nails almost get too long for my comfort level. So I have a little piece here that I just clipped off. I'm going to set off to the side. See if I need to trim any more. Like I said, this takes a little bit of practice. I've gotten pretty good at being able to clip it right along the edge of my nail. Now, what I would do when I'm applying my entire manicure is after I clip it, I would then go to my next finger and apply that wrap and clip that one. I save the filing for the end because you want your wraps to be completely cooled before you file them. And since I'm just applying this one wrap right now, I'll go ahead and turn the heater off. Oh, I'm just going to let it cool for just a few minutes before I do file it, since it's my only one that I'm doing. And I'll just take a brief second to make sure that you know I am happy to send you a catalog. If you don't have a catalog yet, just let me know if you need one of those. If you like to look up close and personal and don't just want to see them on the computer screen. I'm also happy to send you any information about hosting or joining Jamberry. This is our little host or join brochure. Hosting is so fun. I do lots of online parties, can also do in-home parties. You earn lots of free stuff. Starting at $100 in party sales, you get a free wrap and it goes up quickly from there. So please definitely let me know if you want more information about hosting. And then of course, let me know if you want more information about joining. That's a super exciting part. I never in a million years thought that I would be doing direct sales, and it's been awesome. I just can't say enough about this company, so I'd love to give you more information. And I'm just going to take my file, since it should be plenty cool. I'm going to file downward at about a 90-degree angle. Just gently, nothing too aggressive. I typically don't need to file very much because I trim mine right close to the edge of my nail, and that's it. After I've done my entire set, sometimes I will turn my heater back on and just apply a little bit more heat, press them down one more time. It's always good just to make sure you have that extra good seal on there. But then you should be set for them to last up to 2 weeks on your fingernails and up to 6 weeks on your toenails. And they're great. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.